what I'm
Yeah,
thinking
probably.
about.
But no, these are the Fujifilm X100 6s. They're dope. They like
used
have
the
all these
X100
presets in them
ones.
and makes it look like a film camera. Like this whole
I'd like to go like.
Oh,
shoot
yeah,
somebody.
yeah, yeah,
One
yeah.
of the
And they
DPs
just
that
came
we
out
were
with
on
a
the
new
show
one.
with had a.
No, he had a Leica.
Oh, he had a Leica.
Oh, those are sweet,
He had a Leica.
No, those are dumb.
I didn't
dude.
like.
You pay. They're like.
You don't
6,
like a
7
Leica?
grand. No, for the point and shoot one. The nicer ones are nice.
The nicer ones are sick, yeah.
But the point and shoot ones are way too expensive.
Don't like a
For
Leica.
that quality of camera.
I like a Leica.
Leica?
Do you
I like a
get it?
Leica.
Yeah,
I like
I'm with you.
glass.
I said
really
it.
like their lenses.
I said it first. No one
Listen.
heard me, and then Charlie said it. And then
Just
everybody
'cause
was
it's
like,
another
Leica,
happy
Leica.
It
rabbit
took a second for it to
podcast
click
doesn't
in, like
mean-
early morning brain, you know.
We're back. Another podcast. We've got Chunky here.
What's
We
up?
saw him on the side of the road. We felt bad. It's cold outside.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's
And
actually a
so-
nice
He
day.
was begging
Is it?
for money,
Yeah.
and we actually offered him exposure instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's here.
I get the credit.
Oh, it's good to have you.
That's actually like Utah currency these days. Actually, exposure. That's what I've been getting paid in lately.
I feel like that's film
The,
currency.
the last thing I need is exposure.
So if you want to be rich and you're in Utah, come hang out on our podcast and we'll expose you all over the place.
Or just hold a cardboard
That sounded
sign.
way dirtier than I think it was. meant to
I
be
liked
said.
how it sounded, to be honest.
We'll expose you.
What have you
I
been
mean,
up to?
there was a few things exposed. I think we definitely saw some things exposed on the Oscars.
Oh, God.
There was definitely quite a few things bared out for the public.
Wait, before we get in the Oscars, I want to know, Tyler, what have you been up to? What's
Dude,
Tyler been doing?
nothing. I did a Akita feature last month.
He says
2 months.
nothing.
Nothing.
just
Also, I
did
did
a movie.
this.
Well, it
We
seems
haven't
like
been working, so that's good. You got
Yeah.
I've actually been doing nothing. We've been spreading
was-
managed democracy.
it was. I did a feature, Akita, and then
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun. It was just a Hallmark,
Yeah.
but it was
Classic
fun.
Utah.
And then I did a family vacation to Hawaii,
Ooh, which island?
Kauai.
Ooh, how was it?
It was epic. We did.
you bring the baby?
Yeah,
You actually had fun.
yeah, which was shocking.
You see how surprised he was? He's like, yeah, I did have
Well,
fun.
we did like it
It
was.
was a learning experience.
It was
I've never
tough.
really done that
It was
before.
tough for
Had
me to
fun.
get over. We had 3 kids under 2 on
Oh.
one airplane,
Yeah,
and so it was just like for me to mentally get over that.
that's a stress tube right there.
I was just like, I don't know if I could do it.
Especially when one of them is yours. You can't
Yeah.
just throw the beats on and like tune out.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
And
that's
so
a whole new realization I'm having now with the kid. When I traveled, was crying babies. I used to absolutely hate my life, and then on this last flight, there's a crying baby, and I felt like so bad for the situation.
yeah, no,
Like,
it's
Yeah,
tough.
it
Like you
develops.
just
It does, yeah.
yeah, you
Now
have
I just laugh.
yeah, you laugh.
Suckers.
You're like,
Those days.
I was there.
But was it stressful? Was she crying and everything?
No, dude, she did great. Like all the babies did great on the planes. Like they did great the whole trip. You
Were
know?
all these 3 babies with your travel group, or was
Yeah,
it?
it was my family, so it was like my parents, my brother and sister,
The worst is when the
and
pressure in
me and my wife.
That's
They're
awesome.
just like,
I'm going to
Yeah, it's the
Hawaii
bottle. You gotta keep
end
them
of
sucking on the
April
bottle.
What
with
island?
the baby, Maui.
Nice.
First time flying,
It'll be fine.
3-month-old.
Just make sure
Little
they have a
scary.
binky when you go up to
Binky or the bottle.
Binky
when
or
you take
I'm
bottle.
off
worried
and
about her
land.
ears popping.
Binky
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
bottle.
I used to always do that as a baby.
Yeah.
Binky or bottle.
Binky or bottle. And then you're good.
Well, dude, my wife and I, like, from the time our kid was born, have like traveled constantly with her, and so it was like, I feel like she's fairly well adjusted, as well adjusted as you can have a 2-year-old to travel, you know, and so, like, I mean, there's still all the stressors of like crying on the plane and all of that stuff, but. I mean, I feel like it kind of gets easier the
And then
older.
It does.
Hawaii, how'd she like
We
the
did
beach?
the same thing.
She hated the beach.
Really?
She hates, dude, hate it. We have this photo
not a vibe. Not a
of
vibe.
me and my wife holding her hand and her little feet are up like this. Like she's like, no, 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 no. Like, won't. Like she wouldn't get her feet in the sand
It's
at all.
probably so cold for their little feet.
That's
She's
funny.
a mountain girl. She doesn't know what she's
Yeah,
doing
dude.
out there.
Well, and then on
Yeah.
the hike, we did a hike of I can't remember what it's called. It's like the Grand Canyon of Hawaii.
Yeah.
We did this hike, and she hiked probably 2/3 of the way back, and you're just like, oh, so you can hike, you just can't, just no sand. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was.
I
Fun.
like that island. There's a lot of fun stuff to do on that island.
It was so,
So
we,
much fun.
we did a boat trip like on like a raft, like with the metal bottom and then the inflatable sides. We saw 3 humpback whales.
Oh,
We saw like a baby breach the water. which I guess is like fairly unheard of. And then like 200 dolphins and
200?
Dude, there were so many dolphins.
Oh, wow.
Big old pot of them.
Yeah, there was like several pods of them, and then we were able to like swim with some sea turtles and stuff. Like it was like it was one of these like you had no like I had no expectations, and then like the whole entire time I'm like, this is awesome, you know.
Just picturing Tyler out there just swimming with dolphins with a pina colada in his hand, just
I
enjoying
wish
life.
alcohol would have made that trip so much better.
Hey, you can get
just-
virgin
I'm
pina
just-
coladas, dude. That was my
That,
childhood.
dude, I can't do those. Like I can't do like virgin drinks or like non-alcoholic beer or anything like that.
I
Like,
feel you
just
though. You
can't.
just want that.
Because then I'd just be like, all right, fuck it.
It's like drinking decaf.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like it's
That's
like,
what I'm here for. Like,
it's like
I'm
drinking
decaf,
Diet Coke
yeah.
too. I like just drink a Coke. I'm sorry, I'm one of those
It's
people.
less calories, dude.
Yeah.
You're drinking
More cancer, less
fake,
calories.
Fake sugar versus real sugar.
I used to feel the same way
Stevia
until you
stuff.
With
like
diet
if you
soda.
start
Worse
counting
than-
your calories and you're like, damn,
You're a diet soda
one
person,
soda-
aren't you?
I am now. I didn't used to be.
I'm
until
so
Jillian-
disappointed. I'm
Jillian
done.
got me
You
on
probably
it.
I'm
like
done.
Splenda
It's like
too,
150
don't you?
calories for a can of soda. No, I don't do Splenda. But then I'll eat a
It's like he's
whole
on
box
that
of
monk fruit
Oreos
See-
at the same time.
Instead of soda, I just drink spicy water. Like
Yeah.
that's my go-to. Since I quit drinking, it's like my go-to is
The
just
sparkling?
Yeah.
Oh, side note, Mer and I need to talk to you and Jillian. We want to do a home gym or like some home workout equipment, so we need to get the insights on that stuff.
We're,
It's really
Okay.
just weights.
just buy whatever you want.
That's the worst advice ever. What if?
Get one of those rock climbing
No,
treadmill walls.
here's what
that do
happens.
cycles
Then
and-
I go buy whatever. Here's exactly what happens.
Come on, whatever.
Then I go buy whatever I want. I go to Shields,
Gets
and then
yelled at.
Charles comes over and goes, "Why the hell did you buy that?" That is.
Look at that piece of junk.
Yeah.
I'll show you
Actually,
the industry standard piece of
you'd have to
equipment.
talk to Jillian. She's the one. I
I was
honestly
about to say, I don't know why I'm
anything-
asking you.
I don't know anything about exercise equipment. If you want to go to the rock climbing gym, let's go.
Okay, I'll ask Jillian. Never mind.
Dude,
Rewind.
you're skinny. Let's go.
Back to
No.
the
Out of
Oscars.
momentum.
Back to the Oscars. Did you watch the Oscars?
I caught like the last 30 minutes of it.
Oh, you're not like one of those religious like filmmakers that like sits down.
I don't like award ceremonies. Like
Why?
because it's like
Too many participation trophies growing up.
kinda, but it's just like to me it's just like everybody up there to toot their own horn. Like I understand that there's like
It's a lot of
Like,
tooting of horns.
to me it's like you don't like to me at least it's like you make a movie to make a good movie, right? And like the award is like whatever. Like
Yeah.
to
But how
me.
do you know that you made a good movie unless the people that hired you to make the movie give you an award for making the best movie?
Where's your
See,
external
that's-
validation, dog.
That's what I mean. It's like I don't need like to me it's like I don't need that validation. I don't need like
What's the validation
No, you do.
to you? Is that like
it's finishing
Is
a
it-
project.
well no,
But
is
just
it,
finishing it?
is it the is it the audience's reaction to it, or is it like a good Rotten Tomatoes score, or
But this
it
is no, but
like-
this is
it a personal
interesting.
that you just feel good
And
about?
this is actually a good like look into it because Tyler's coming from like the crew side of it, whereas most of those people there
Are all actors,
are like actors or directors,
producers, and
DPs,
executives,
like-
and all of that.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's like, hey, let's get all the executives and all the actors and all the everybody in one room and like make more money off of what they've already made money on.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
to like that, like, and that's me just being the pessimistic asshole that I am.
Yeah.
You know,
No, but I
like,
think there's value
Crews
there
get
because
a
I think a lot of
applause.
people.
yeah.
Yeah. The crew gets-
I feel like at least when
Yeah.
I was growing up, the Oscars, like I'd get into it, right? And I'd research what was going on, and me and my friends would mark like who's gonna win what, and there's things you could print out online and like
Had your bingo sheets ready to go.
essentially, yeah. And now I feel like it's one of those things where if it happens to be on the TV or if you happen to see it on Netflix Live or whatever it was, like then you watch it, but it's not something that like I think now people are like, "Oh, are you gonna watch the
Yeah.
Oscars tonight? Or come over, we're having an Oscar party."
No,
Like,
for me, I treated it like a sports game that I missed. I just like went back and watched the highlights. It's like,
I know,
what was
I
like
was-
the interesting parts of it? Because like I
Yeah.
watched the Oscars like last year, and I was like, this is cool, but this is also a glam fest. Like I'm like coughing up glitter just watching this. Like this is a little too much for me. So I just watched the highlights this year, and that kind of got me the insights. And I did not love what I saw, honestly.
it was kind of funny. Charles and I were texting in the group chat, and we're like, "Did you watch it?" And you're like, "I'll just YouTube the highlights."
I started it. And I was like, this is bullcrap.
You, to your point, you didn't miss much. I feel like it was a lot of. everyone tooting each other's horns.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that this year, at least the last 30 minutes, is that normally the actors get up there and thank their agents and thank everybody, and then they don't thank crew, which is, like, to me, disrespectful. Because, like, they wouldn't be there without the crew, and they wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, to make a good movie and to give them the platform to be a good actor and to do all of that, it's like you could be the best actor in the world, but if the crew's not there making the same quality content, you know, if they're not up to
Matching your
par,
skills,
yeah,
yeah.
if they're not up to par with what you're doing,
Yeah.
then you're not going to make it to the Oscars. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Are
my
you talking about
thought.
Emma's speech? Did you hear her speech for her award, Emma? Emma.
Oh yeah,
Watson?
Emma
Or
Watson,
Stone.
Emma
Emma
Stone.
Stone.
Or Emma Stone.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
thanked the crew.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
It's-
no,
That's the
like
one
to,
shot
I
didn't
listened
hear.
to her like, and I was like, "That's pretty cool."
Yeah,
like
she's
that
like,
was.
crew, camera people, so
Well,
and such.
well,
like,
and what she
did a-
said, she goes, "I don't know why I'm the one receiving this, because if anything, this movie would not be what it was if it wasn't for the hardworking crew that made the movie happen every day."
see,
And I
that
was
to
like,
me, like, just a nod, just a thank you is like all, like, to me is is nice,
So how come everybody like for the movie, like the movie that wins it all, right?
which
um,
was
Um,
Dunkirk?
Oppenheimer, right?
Stop it.
Like the movie that wins whatever best picture, like in my brain, the crew should get some like kickback
Right, oh yeah.
or something.
But they won't
something.
ever do that.
They won't ever do that.
They won't ever
We're
do
the
that
corporate
because,
because
Yeah, the
like
company
if
goal,
it because you're
figure
right.
something.
Like if the crew's not up to par with like everything else that's going on, then like
then you
it's-
don't have a movie.
yeah,
Or
because
you don't have an award-winning
it's
movie.
not going to be the same.
Because it's not just the actors that do it, and it's not just like, and I understand that they're trying to give, you know, like awards to somebody at least, you know, like they have to
Right.
give awards to somebody, and they're not going to have the best dolly
200
grip.
crew members.
Yeah, they're not going to have
from
like the
each
best dolly
movie.
grip or the best
Yeah.
this or
10,000 people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dude,
Yeah.
speaking of the like the
Longest
grip
dolly push.
Olympics,
The
longest
Grip
dolly.
Olympics would be awesome.
Well, they used to do it here, the grip Olympics, didn't they?
I don't know.
You don't remember? This was
Is this like get drunk in my backyard and everyone come over kind of thing? Or
kinda.
like-
It was like they would have it at
Grips
they
do
would
that.
have it at MPL, and then it would be like who can coil a 50-foot or 100-foot piece of 4 out the fastest, and then they have to grab 4 C stands and go run around a cone, and then you know what I mean? Like it, like
That's awesome.
like sandbag toss, you
Yeah.
know, and like that kind of stuff.
Instead of shooting guns, you're like casting lights.
Well, and then it would be like the cone flip. We all know the cone
Oh,
flip,
yeah.
like onto the other cone and all that stuff. But it was like everybody would get their families and like have a barbecue, and then at least that's what I was told. I've never been a part of it.
I don't know.
If somebody said, "Tyler, you're nominated for an Oscar," would you go?
No,
Really?
no.
Because you
I
won
wouldn't
an
say, yeah.
Oscar. No?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You don't care?
I'm nobody. Oh, I want one?
Yeah.
No, I don't care about that shit.
I do, like to me. I
what
just
keeps
don't.
you going every day to make a movie? Like, what's your?
We talked about this last time that I was here.
What do we do?
Yeah,
we did.
We
What
did a
about
little
what
bit,
keeps
but
you
it's
going?
just like, to me, it's like where a lot of the stuff that I've worked on, not all of it, but a lot of it's kind of lower budget stuff. And it's like, you know, you're not going to win an Oscar. You know, you're not going to win anything. It's going to barely make TV, which is fine, you know?
Arguably, though, I think for me, what drives me is like, how can you make the best piece of art for the least amount of money, right? Which is not the goal. But like, if you had $1 million budget and you could make something as good as a $50 million movie, to me, that takes more skill and is harder than somebody who has 300 million and makes.
Right, which is kind of what I feel like A24 has done, right? At least they did with like Hereditary, is that they had a budget for that movie. It wasn't
Did
I can't
Hereditary win any awards?
remember. No, but
No, but it was a big like
It
it,
was-
made
it was a big
waves in
thing.
like the horror
yeah,
industry.
it
though,
made
you
like
know?
it made a
Once.
big. It was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is my goal, which is different than everyone else's, is to make a movie that blows everybody's mind, wins awards, where we didn't spend $300 million to go do this elaborate thing, but we like made something so compelling that like it swept the industry. That
Right. Well,
See,
I just
Oscar or
don't.
not,
I feel like
all at
I
once.
don't think I need awards for it because
That's
I
what
agree
I
with
was gonna
Tyler.
say.
Like all those award ceremonies is just it's if you look at the like who is up there and who gets nominated, it's like oh, the director gets nominated for their movie that they wrote, that they acted in. You know what I mean?
The
It's like the
executive
same
produced,
rich
yeah.
people all like giving
It's
the
this-
same rich people awards. That's like, let's have Happy Rabbit awards, and then you give me an award, and then I'll give you an award.
That's what the Oscars feel
That's
like.
all that
for
it
sure.
is. And so like for me, I measure the success of a movie of how good it does in the box office. If you make a movie for $300,000 and it makes $5 million, that's a successful movie.
Yeah, I
Right.
think award or not, that's the vision of success.
But you don't see any of those movies are not
But,
at the
but
Oscars.
also on that note, it's like being a crew member. After that, you don't like. There's no incentive for me to care more after they say rap, right? Like as long as my L&D is low, like I'm good.
What's L&D for those that
Lost
don't know?
and lost and damaged equipment. So like if
Yeah.
anything gets lost for the movie or whatever. But it's like the last thing the producers see is like that piece of paper of like, oh, you lost like 50 grand worth of
and
shit.
what they may
Yeah.
judge you on when you get hired on the next movie.
Yeah, but like, I just think, to me, I've just never been a big fan of like the award part of it. Like it's just patting each, like Charles said. It's just like, here, good job, and then you pat me on the back, and then we move on with our day.
It
Yeah.
does
Like-
feel like, oh, you haven't, at least for me, it feels like, oh, you haven't won an award. It feels like there's a lot of turnover. Like, if you won last year, then you're not going up next year.
Yeah.
And, like, it feels like the people they bring up, it's almost like this rotation of, like, okay, we're going to make sure everyone gets
Yeah.
their awards this decade.
I think it's important to point out
Say that to Leo.
that it's a show.
Wait, did
Yes.
Leo didn't win an award this year,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That's my point.
Like
No,
No,
he-
Robert Downey Jr. did, and it
was
was in my
all-
opinion one of his worst performances he's ever had.
Yeah.
And
And
to that
Oppenheimer,
point, though,
you didn't like
Robert-
him in Oppenheimer?
He was all right. He was all right, but not. I mean, he had such a legendary role in previous things that for me, it's so odd that like this is the legacy he left behind
Yeah.
in that sense.
Well, he's also said that like that was his
Is he
favorite
retired?
performance.
no, just like that was when he finally got his Oscar, not the like 20 movies he did as Iron Man.
Well, but I don't think Iron Man, like I don't think the like Marvel movies are in that category.
Because they don't care. Because they're making money off.
Yeah, they don't care.
Like, why do they need to win an award? Like they
So
made a crap ton of
here's
money.
a good
But that's
point.
that's what I mean too, is that like you have the Marvel movies that are super successful that aren't winning any
Exactly.
awards. Like
Success
there's
is not
I feel like
defined by
I feel
an
like
award
there's
inherently.
Yeah.
there's a big section of movie making that will
So
never
do you,
win awards.
Do you think we
Yeah.
need to open up like if Oscars had categories of biggest gross movie of the year and like opened out their categories where it wasn't so much just like everyone patting each other's back, but it opened the market up. Best horror movie and like
But I think it still is like, sorry, like I was trying to say, it's a show.
Yeah.
It's the Oscar Awards show. And we're like missing the point that show is designed for NBC to make money. To like get
It's an
people to tune.
entertainment.
It's
It's
entertainment.
And for publicity.
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
have
well,
stories to
which
tell.
is the red carpet, which is the
Exactly.
everything, and
The
it's about
paparazzi.
like there is another aspect that we're not talking about because I don't think any of us care. But it's like the dresses, the makeup,
Exactly.
the everything,
Yeah.
the red carpet before,
Is it staged?
all of that.
And yes, and that's what my point is.
do
is
you
that
think the actors
because
are acting when they get their awards?
because it's a show. It's all state, and like I say, I tell my daughter this
Super
every
Bowl
single
show.
time. Everything you see on TV is fake.
100%.
everything.
Yeah.
No, The Bachelor's real.
You're fake. Go away.
No, Chuck is actually right on
Real.
this one.
Hey, Love is Blind is real. They
Yeah.
don't know what they look
They're
like.
actually
I've
blind.
seen their reactions, dude.
You've worked on those shows. You know they're fake as crap.
That's my
dude.
favorite. I'll
My
watch.
favorite was
Bachelor.
when my wife was trying to tell me that the Housewives
That one's
movie or the Housewives shows are real,
Yeah.
and I was like, babe. And then I like
Oh.
text my buddy. I'm like, "Will you film 10 minutes of them telling?" And like, Preston sends me a video, and I like show her. I'm like, "It's not real."
It's my favorite to watch The Bachelor with my
Obviously, I
wife
get that.
because like I'll only watch when there's like 4 contestants left.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm not gonna watch the 30 people.
Yeah.
Like it's just too
Get
much for
whittled
me.
down. Yeah.
I get it.
And then I'll just
The last
mock
episode's the most interesting.
everything they say, and like it's like that was produced, this was produced, that is this, that they're putting pressure on this to make this better, and you're just like,
Have you seen The Bachelor recently? Like, in the
yeah,
last
I
year?
watched it
Did you
2
hear
days
after
ago.
watching it?
Okay, I am mind blown. When I think of The Bachelor, it was like, oh, there's a limo, 20 people get out, here's some roses. It's a full, like, they go to
It's a
their
full
hometown,
production. Yeah,
they
it's a
film
full-
full backstory on each
Not
Girls
each of them.
Life?
It's
Most
like
of 'em.
4.
The important
No,
ones.
it's most of them now. Like, I was watching it, and there's like
Is there a new season? I don't know.
hundreds of thousands of dollars going
Are those
into
ones
just their intros.
Well, you
And
got to
I'm
think
like,
about
what the-
you got to think about all the people watching it. There's so many people that love that show.
Yeah.
Instead of
So
just
many.
getting out of a limo, like this girl was a tennis player, so she built a full tennis stand, like 20 feet high, and then like had these guys
So extra.
bring her down the driveway, and she had all these tennis things and got off this ladder, and then they dropped like 100 tennis balls or something.
What?
And it was like so
Sounds
over
Like a
amazing.
slow motion explosion was just tennis balls.
That sounds phenomenal.
Sounds awesome.
so over the top, and she just gets off this like 20-foot long like what the judges of tennis things stand on. Whatever, but
Oh,
like
it's okay.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just so over the top, and I'm like, what happened? Like, what if she gets voted off next week? But because it's
She
scripted,
did.
they know that she's going to be one of probably the remaining 4, so they try to get you emotionally invested.
Well,
into
because
it.
I've worked reality shows and they've like contestants like that, right? And this is a real conversation that they had with like the main contestant, and they were like, "Listen, all of these girls that we're bringing on, most of them aren't for you, you know, like."
They're for the camera.
They're for the camera. Like, we have a show to make. Like, you have
Yeah.
to do, like, we can't just give you the one perfect girl and you fall in love. Like, we still have to, like, and like,
Season out of this.
and like the
Yeah.
guy like found his girl, and he was like, yeah, this is like, they got all comfy. He wasn't interested in any others. And then the producers were like, listen, this is boring TV. We can't have this. Like, you have to get rid of her. And he's like, I like her. And it's like, no, it doesn't matter. Like, you have to get rid of her. And it's like,
You're not
okay.
marrying her, sorry.
And so like he got rid of her, and like, and then, you know, and then they bring her back, and then, you know, like there's a whole thing.
This is
and-
ultimatum at the end.
oh yeah, it's my favorite.
It's
It's
all-
my favorite.
I know you
like
really
I want to
like her.
I want to
You
work another
really like
I want to
her,
work
huh?
another reality show because it's my favorite. Like, you feel like you're selling your soul, right? Cuz you are.
Yeah.
Like, there's moments like I've been on shows where you're just like, I'm definitely not going to heaven. Like, there's no, like, for this alone, you know, like, I'm
Just for
watching,
being here.
yeah, like, just for being a part of this. Like, we are like
You
scheming
know you're
these
part of
people.
the problem, though, right?
Oh, 100%, and that's why I'm there.
Like
It's
when all those wives are sitting there watching that at night, just brainwashed, and the husbands are hating their lives. You're part of the problem.
it's my favorite though. Like,
I mean, he's just collecting a paycheck though.
yeah,
At the end
it
of the
goes
day,
back to what
like-
we were talking about. Like,
Just
I don't
leave
care.
alone.
I don't care about like I can't care about the content that I work on, right? Like, I can
you
care.
can't be emotionally invested, but you can care.
No, I care about the lighting. I care about like certain like camera movement, and I try and make it as pretty as possible, you know. But
As the
when it
script
comes to the
starts.
script,
Yeah.
or when it comes to the reality show, or when it comes to whatever, it's like you can't
I'm
necessarily.
the worst
Kinda
though.
hands off at that
How
point.
many movies we've done where Charles like, did you read the script? And I'm like, look at the notes I
Well,
did,
dude, for
like,
10 years I never read a script.
I'm the
10 years I
worst.
never did.
I should.
Yeah, because you
though.
don't have to though. As you're
I
when
have
you're
to.
just, like,
You don't
a
have
rep
to.
or an electrician in your PA, even just running around on set. You don't have to.
When I'm a first and I need to know how the dialogue goes for the scene of the pull, and I don't even know what we're shooting.
But you
or
can read
talking
sides. You can read
About. That's
sides
the point.
in the
I
day.
always read the sides right before, and
Yeah.
Charles comes up to me and goes, "Did you not read the script?"
No, you don't need to read the script. Just read the
Anytime I
sides.
don't, I'm just gonna go, Tyler.
Chalky said.
You don't have to read the script. You're
No,
not
but
wrong,
just, like,
'cause
the
you You
sides.
get the sides, but
Yeah.
like,
You can make it work for sure, but you should. You should know the story.
I don't
especially
think
as
but
a
so.
yeah,
host.
I
I
agree
think-
with Tyler though. Like for the most part, it doesn't. As for our jobs, like it doesn't matter. Like what
You could do
if
our
the
job
Well,
script
with
is
but like
good or
for
not. Like
for like a DP
it's not
and
on
like
us.
for heads of department, I think you need to read a script.
Well, how
to
many
have
jobs
it.
have we
Oh,
done
you
where the
have to.
script
Oh,
isn't
you
good,
have
but
to.
we went and shot
Oh, I've
all the time.
shot it?
almost every show.
Yeah.
No, they're
But that's
great.
Almost every
Almost
show
every
I've
show.
ever worked on.
But that's why I think like
stories.
the Oscars is a show, and we forget that
Yeah, but-
it's a movie. It's for
Production,
entertainment.
it's-
I like how you pulled that back around.
So one thing I saw about on the same topic, but about the NFL is the NFL is actually a show.
Yeah.
It's not a
not a
like,
sports league.
It's not a sports league.
It's a production.
It's a production and
Yep.
entertainment show,
Yep.
which therefore legally they can script and plan out who wins each game, and that's like a whole thing that's coming out with the NFL.
Yep.
But it's to your
I mean, this
point,
last season we saw that so clearly. They played like they showed their hands. We couldn't help but see how things were orchestrated.
yeah, and like that's kind of weird that you're
watch it.
seeing that
I
into
do.
Oscars and like it's
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't normally watch the Oscars. The only reason why I watched the Oscars this time around is because my brother-in-law Joel
shout out Joel.
What's up,
Petrie
Joel?
was nominated for an Oscar for the animated shorts.
Let's go.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it
Yeah.
won. Good job, Joel.
Did it win?
It did not
No.
win.
Oh,
I was just excited.
that's awesome.
It
though.
won in
Like,
my heart.
But
like,
that's the only reason why I watched.
It won
you know?
in my heart.
but like for
She just said
me,
the awards don't even matter, right, guys? Come on.
well,
Yeah.
it doesn't. But like, it's like I will say this: it's still cool to get nominated. Like,
I was
it's
about
still
to say the
like
fact that we
like,
all just got excited shows that everything we said prior
Also,
is kind of bullshit.
No, because
it's exciting
there's
to
two
get.
sides of a coin.
if you
Yeah.
if you know the person,
I have a follow-up though.
If he was nominated
Like-
for an Oscar, would you watch it?
yeah, I'd watch
But here's
it.
the thing. Here's the thing, though. Okay, I would say that there's that 1%, or whatever it is, like 5%, where like if you win an Oscar, like it actually makes a difference in your career,
Yeah.
right?
What do you mean?
Well, it
I
doesn't.
feel like
You think it doesn't
any
affect
Like for example, if my brother-in-law had won that award,
it would change his
it
life.
would change
Trajectory
his
is
life
completely-
because
yeah.
all of a sudden
100%.
he's now like that show that he worked on, like his production company now is going to be like skyrocketing.
Yeah, 'cause it's an Oscar
also
winning-
is a frustration though because it's like we were saying earlier, it's
a-
Happy Rabbit saying to Happy Rabbit.
well, it's a
guys,
popularity
but if-
contest.
But if that
Yeah.
helps your
Obviously.
career, then essentially it's a whole political game of who you can be best friends with to get an Oscar to know that your career is going to
and
be
that's
set up.
all it is.
And that's what bugs me about it is I feel like there's a
inside
lot of
game.
just kind of like mushy bullshit.
yeah.
We should
behind
have. We should do next year, like a live stream of
While watching
us
it?
Live
watching
reaction?
it.
100%.
I like that.
Maybe not
You
live,
know what I
but
mean?
we'll record
no,
it.
yeah, maybe not live, but like record it and then
Yeah.
because like I think that would be funny as hell.
Anytime Tyler says live, I get real nervous. I'm like,
This is how we watched the Oscars. We like muted it until like somebody was actually up like on the stage receiving the award, and then we unmute it.
Yeah.
and then
What'd
mute
you
it.
think
Pretend to
about?
film the dialogue.
What'd you think about John Cena walking out naked on
That's
stage?
funny.
I
Yeah,
thought that
that's-
was the funniest thing out of the entire night.
I agree. I thought it was perfect. Have you
It
seen
was hilarious.
his new movie with Zac Efron?
No.
No.
Stinicky something.
Oh,
something
I've heard of
Stinicky.
it.
Oh my god! It just came out, and John Cena, Zac Efron, and that redheaded comedian who is hilarious.
Bill Burr.
Is it? I don't know.
He's a bald redhead.
No.
I don't know. Is that possible to be a
Freaking
bald
hilarious, though. You guys have to watch
He's like a
it.
ball
Sure.
ring.
Red beard.
redhead?
Yeah. No, he has a red beard, but not bald.
The guy you're talking about, or
Carrot
Bill
Top?
Burr?
I don't know who we're talking about.
It
now.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
lost. Um,
Doesn't matter.
back to the movie, though. You should watch it. John Cena absolutely crushes it.
What's it on?
I think Netflix or Amazon. Amazon. But I didn't think John Cena was that good of an actor until this movie, and I was like, he fully sold
He
me on
acted his way
acting.
through the WWF or WWE or whatever it's called now.
Okay, WWE
Hold
and
up.
acting. So you're saying now every WWE wrestler is an actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all fake.
You just said the NFL is a production. Why is that not extending over to wrestling?
Hang on,
Well,
Scooter. Did
Scooter,
you not know?
Wrestling is more of a production.
Everyone
than
go
football.
back to elementary school and then come back and get on the podcast.
Oh boy.
Okay, Scooter's heated.
Dude, wrestling's like the most orchestrated.
WWE is so fake. Hold on.
No one said it was fake.
We all
just
said it was
no,
fake.
No. We said they were actors.
Sorry, they are actors.
They're actors.
They're
It's
fake
real.
actors.
It's a real thing that
It's
they're
real.
doing,
They're actually doing
but they're
They're
acting
each other.
it.
But
It's
it's all
all
orchestrated.
acting.
Bro,
It's all rehearsed. It's all a show.
I'm sorry, Dad.
I need
It's choreography.
I need
It's
chat to
choreography.
back me up on this.
Scooter
Anyone
just got
watching?
mind fud.
No, I'm not going to consider a WWE wrestler an actor until they make an acting debut and do a great
I mean,
scene.
how many actors do
No,
we have
but
that
they're
came from it, though?
it's bad
John
acting.
Cena.
John
Rock,
Cena,
The Rock.
Rock.
Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
There's several actors that we have
Interesting.
right now that came
It's
from that
just a
world.
seamless transition now.
It's just like rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a rapper, you're an actor too. What's
Yeah,
up?
that's happening.
You're a comedian, you're an
Maybe
actor.
like,
Yeah.
That's happening too.
I know.
That's scary.
No.
Is it
No, it's
because
just-
is it because
It's just
one
how it
part
is.
It's
It's
just a different avenue into.
That's actually kind of bullshit
cinema.
because now if you're an influencer, you're an actor. So now everyone's just
Yeah,
an
I've
actor.
seen it. I've seen Instagram influencers that are
100%.
in movies now because they were a TikTok guy. or
Because you
something.
have a million followers or even a couple 100,000 followers,
And
and all of
we
a sudden
thought-
now you're in a movie.
And we thought
Heck,
our
we got
little
a Mr.
network
Beast,
was being flooded. Actors
game
are
show
screwed.
coming out on Amazon Prime now.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Like-
going for actors now.
I'm not worried about my job being flooded with people. I don't think that there's a few, but I don't think there's a lot of young kids now that are like, I want to carry 35 pounds.
I want to be a
sandbags.
grip.
Very true.
You know-
Everyone and their
Talking about
dog wants to be a DP or director.
Well, and it goes like the actors to like talking about avenues, right? Like there's 100 different avenues to get to be a DP, right? Like a lot of people think you come up through camera and become a DP, and that's one way to do it.
You'd be a director too.
Yeah, and then there's like what Charlie did, and it was come up through lighting and all of that, and become a DP. And so it's like there's 1,000 different avenues, and and each one of us has a different way that we got in the film industry, and a different way that we came through
Moved up through the industry.
and moved up through, and so I think
so,
that
so what you're saying is I could have done WWE for the last 10 years and then come into film?
Scooter, I don't think you
I
have the
don't know
body
if
type.
you could necessarily, but
I'm just
We could be a duo. We could have you and me.
you're on my shoulders,
Yeah, we'll tag team like WWE.
and I'll just toss you over.
what's
I'll just
what's
swing
the
Scooter
The
around.
Hispanic version of it.
Oh,
a
Nacho
lucha,
Libre?
a luchador.
Yeah,
It could be a luchador.
Dude,
Scooter Libre.
I had a buddy.
you want to be Nacho Libre and I'll be the buddy for Halloween?
Yeah.
I'm really glad we got your costumes figured out. I was
The
worried about
you could be flyweight luchador.
I actually would, dude. No, I think, okay, I'm going back on my word. I respect what you guys are saying with WWE. That makes
that.
sense.
Production, man.
Oh,
I just
that
realized
makes me
how
feel that
wrong
we
I
can.
am.
It just makes me feel.
It keeps it simple, dude. Is it on TV?
Stop with that.
It's fake.
I'm going back to the Dwayne Johnson, like real actors that started in WWE. I'm not considering a WWE show that's on right now with that. Like, I'm not considering them actors.
I was about to.
Are they
s-
talent?
No, they're acting,
Are they
dude.
talent in the program?
Well,
I guarantee you, if you walk up,
Snoop Dogg was in the WWE.
he was.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you walk up to any one of those people and had a normal conversation without, like,
Okay,
in
I
the
g-
bathroom, right? You run
Oh,
into somebody in
Just
the
a
bathroom.
normal conversation
Normal
in the bathroom.
conversation.
Yeah, just like-
Because everybody has a conversation
I
in
do.
the bathroom, right?
You're
man.
thinking they're going to introduce themselves as an actor, not a WWE
No, I think that they're going
wrestler?
to introduce. They're going to be like, "Hey, I'm Charles Eunice, not I'm The Rock." You know what I mean? It's
I don't
it's
know.
hey, I'm Dwayne Johnson because this is Dwayne Johnson. Hey, what's up? Shoulder bump. You know what I mean? It's
I think
it's
it-
not I'm The Rock like
I
the
know if he's dressed up as The Rock, I think you're getting The Rock.
if he's dressed up as The Rock
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's putting on that show. He's acting.
Okay,
'Cause The Rock
Actually,
is a
no.
character.
I mean,
All
to be fair, no.
seriousness,
To
the
be
angle-
fair, if I'm in a speedo, you're getting a different chunky than if I'm fully
Because
dressed.
you're acting.
Well, it's a persona.
Yeah. Which in the sense is
Me,
acting.
me without clothes is a different persona.
Next time on Happy Rabbit Podcast.
Dude, I
Pay
will.
Chunky an
You want me to
exposure
come
next
in?
time.
It was a lot funnier when I was
Chunky
fat.
in a banana hammock.
all joking aside,
Dude, I have a video to show you afterwards because
I
it's
don't
funny
wanna
as
see
shit.
it. I'm trying to change the subject. I don't want to think of Chonky and a banana.
It's too late, dude.
It's burned into my mind.
I used to
Now,
only
we should make a
exclusively wear.
t-shirt with Chonky and then the banana hammocks, like the white. It's just
You're going down
silhouetted.
the rabbit hole, dude.
This is why I said I don't want to talk about it.
There's a video of
And
me
then
in a
continues to talk about
banana hammock, just like dancing on a guy, trying to like a friend, right? And then I slip and fall and hit my head on the oven hood, and just crack
Well
my
deserved.
head open and just bleeding. It
Did
was
you learn your lesson?
no.
Don't dance on other men with banana hammocks.
While really close to an oven.
No,
Moral of the story is
there was like 2 summers where that's all I wore was banana hammocks, and it was just so that,
That
I
doesn't
could.
surprise me.
It was just so I could
A
take
lot
my
of
pants off.
honesty. A lot of honesty in this episode. I like this.
I was wild.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I don't know either.
I'm sorry.
I want to know how many you had if you're wearing them for 2 years
Like
long.
3.
So you just rotate. I feel like you need more than 3.
No, Inside Out, you get 6
Oh,
days.
my
On
God.
7th day.
True.
On
Seventh
7th day,
you free ball?
you free ball.
The Lord rested on the 7th day, and so do you.
Yeah.
This is why we need a woman on the show.
I really, yes, but I really want to be nominated for an Oscar, and then no, you guys aren't getting invited. I'm not bringing my wife, no one. I'm gonna call
We're not even
Tyler.
gonna watch.
Just show back up.
Just Tyler and a banana
And I'm
hammock.
gonna say, Tyler, I'm nominated for the Oscar. And the
It's-
only person I want there to support me is you.
It's gotta
and
be
I'm gonna make
Bejeweled
you
though.
go.
It's gotta be.
Oh,
like-
done.
Be red
I'll
carpet
just
ready.
do studs.
Red carpet ready.
I'll do
It's
studs.
bedazzled.
Like the punk studs.
with puff paint. Remember puff paint?
Do you think you could put your leather pouches on the side of it?
Hell
You could
yeah.
Get some equipment on there.
I think
Yeah,
puff
yeah.
paint was before your time.
What's
It
puff
might have
No,
been before
you,
your
like,
time, too.
It's coming back.
Is it?
Yeah, you like draw on it and then you heat it up and then it
Came
puffs
in like
out.
these little bottles, right?
Mhm.
And like plastic, and they're squirty, and they had like little needle tip, and you could like draw stuff on it, like with paint. But then it like puffed up, puff paint.
OG
Puffy.
3D printer.
I don't.
Yeah, exactly. But we used to like make sweaters and shirts and stuff.
Oh,
you know,
you put it on
1980s.
clothes and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I use that because the thing
Yeah.
I was thinking of was like the gel you'd put on clothes and then it'd harden.
Oh,
and
like
make,
the
like,
crunchy
cheese
shit.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
like similar, but
Yeah,
But I don't
different.
remember it puffing up.
Yeah, it was.
Bring some
1980s
in.
man, and sequins,
If we can find some, we should order
puff
some.
paint and sequins. What's
They
up?
have some now
Like
where
you
you
gotta
can
do a
like
period piece
you
now.
can screen print it on, and then you heat it up with like a hair dryer or whatever, and then it'll all puff out.
Mm.
Kind of
Do
crazy.
you want that on your banana hammock?
We
Or,
could do
whatever you
whatever.
call it?
We could do. I'm down for whatever.
Nice.
I don't.
Color. Remember they had heat activated puff paint too. So
I'm still a big fan of the glow in the dark paint.
yeah.
Classic.
I
So
have.
I'm not letting the puff paint thing die right now. I'm keeping it
No.
alive.
Yeah.
So Happy Rabbit.
Like, none of us
puffy
know.
t-shirts
Ours,
coming
all,
in-
all our
coming in
equipment.
quick.
City C4 and big puffy paint.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was changing up my look, guys. Check it out.
Going retro.
Funny.
Oh god. All right, Tyler. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's always good having you.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Anything in the future that we can look forward to that's coming from the man himself?
Just
I
me.
think
and
the Hallmark movie comes out soon.
Lord Chonkiness.
I think it's supposed to come out next month.
the one I
That's
is
a
it?
The
quick
one we just
turnover.
did has like a really fast turnaround. Yeah.
Yeah, just that.
Any movies in the horizon, or are we still living that strike life?
There's a chance of some Studio C stuff coming up.
Nice.
And then that's about it that I can think of.
So if you need some stuff, call Tyler. He'll come shoot it for you. He's
Shoot it.
Available for hire.
Yeah, I'm always available for hire. Even when I'm hired, I'm available. For
You know
hire.
how to shoot stuff. You had a camera in your hands at one point.
That's true.
Or he'll come dance on you in a banana
I did.
hammock.
Yeah, or I'll come
Anything
dance
for
on you.
money.
Only chunks.
I can't believe I said that. I can, but
Oh, we're clipping it. That's gonna be a clip.
I'll give you. Do you want me to send you the video?
I don't know if I want to.
It's not that
I
bad.
kind of want you to, just so we can make a video out of it for social. Everyone's gonna
funny.
see it.
Oh,
It'd be great.
I have
Made
no.
him exposed.
It's going back.
We may have to blur.
We did
No,
talk
there's
about
nothing to blur.
exposure. We did talk about exposure.
Well, you didn't expect that exposure.
John Cena did.
I mean,
That's fair.
not saying it's bad.
It's bad.
I guess we haven't seen it. I shouldn't speak
We haven't seen
before
it.
we haven't seen
Yeah.
That's funny.
it. All right. Well, thank you, Tyler.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please stay tuned and check out some of our other videos as well.
Make sure you like and subscribe, otherwise John can come dance on you.
Yeah, it's true. I might.
Well, or yeah. So.
See you guys.
Before we go.
Real close to the edge with you.
Yeah, you want to talk about it?